La Salle and what can you see?
Well, it's super exciting. Dad ko kasi UP alumni, so very happy to be here with the family. And I'm not a huge fan of basketball, so I think after this game I'm going to be a little more into it. And it's nice to see the intensity of other players and the overall atmosphere here in the Coliseum.
Thank you. Where's all the questions?
Alex, of course, being an elite athlete like yourself, you're used to atmospheres like this. So, do you think that there's any similarity between you and the players that you see on the court, and I guess how you relate to them, even though you're playing separate sports?
Oh, well, of course. I think all athletes have sort of an understanding, and it's easy to respect other athletes for what they do, especially because I know how hard you have to work to be at a certain level. Yeah, so it's I'm super lucky to have been able to time the game. Yeah.
How to describe the journey, the feeling of being able to play the 250 to 1,000 level recently against Moscova, like that was a good game with Fixalos. Describe the feeling playing against these big name athletes.
Well, I think playing against these big name athletes are really going to help my development and my progress. In the end, those are the athletes that I'm going to have to beat if I want to go where I actually want to go. And I think the past few matches against these big names have been really good. So taking it step by step, and I can't rush myself and pressure myself into doing anything, that I'm not in.
Alex, you've been competing all this year, and you almost had those moments against in the WTA and getting into the main draws for you. What's the biggest takeaway on you competing in much tougher competitions?
I think one of the biggest takeaways is not to rush or not to feel pressured. Sometimes I think that after a loss, I think, oh, I'm working so hard, so why aren't I seeing the results that I want? And I have to remember that everyone else is working the same amount, if not more. So that also pushes me to work harder. And although rest is super important in the journey, you still have to find your limits and try to push them.
Alex, you're talking about your season not being over yet. Where are you headed after your short vacation here?
So I started in Japan, 100K, and then actually I'll play the Beijing Kingdom, which is I'll be part of the 50 game, of course, and it's a big milestone for me because I've never played in that specific game before, and I'm super excited to be part of a women's team. And then after, I'll go to Dubai, and then that's the end.
Alex, at this young point in your career, how far or how close are you to where you want to be? At least when?
Oh, I would say I'm far. Yes, in terms of results, I'm far. I would say I'm very ambitious, and I know that the road is very long. So, although I'm happy with where I am right now, does not mean that I want to stay there. Of course, I always want to progress. And
last year, your holiday wish was to compete in all four slams. Now, this year, what's your one wish? Entering, like, you're not yet over with this season, but looking ahead to 2025 and beyond, what's still that goal or wish that you have?
Well, of course, a big goal for me would be to play in the main draw. I think it would mean a lot to me to be there. And the last 3 slams, I've gotten really close, which is good. But at the same time, sometimes can be disheartening that I lost in a very tight battle. But in the end, you look back on it and you know what you need to do.
Thank you very much, Alex. Good luck on your next tournament.